In this video, I'm going to be talking about, come on, there we go. In this video, I'm going to be talking about source available software. Source available software is released through a source code distribution model that includes arrangements where the source code can be viewed. It's open source software, but it doesn't follow the open source philosophy. That's basically what it is. And in some cases modified, but without necessarily meeting the criteria for being called open source. The open source available software is just open source licensed software, right? It's the difference between, you remember in a couple videos earlier I went, what's the difference between the open source license and the open source philosophy? Well, this is it, right? The open source licensed software is another name for it, is just called source available software. Oh, you can have the source code, Mr. John Q. Public, but you just have to pay for it first, right? That's source available. Oh, you can have the source code, Mr. John Q. Public, you just have to request it first. So that's what source available is that source available software is that it's available, the source code is available, you just have to either request it, or you have to buy it, or you have to buy it and then request it. So that's what source available software is. It's open source software it's open source software that meets the it's open source software that is technically open source in license but isn't open source in actual philosophy.